Well, it is a flag of 1946 Congress session at Meerut, not exactly INA. What had happened was that the last pre-independence Congress session took place in Meerut in 1946 November. And the INA people, my grandfather, Major General G.R. Nagar, who was the General Officer commanding of the 3rd Division of Azad Hind Fauj, and General Shah Nawaz sir, who was the General Officer commanding 2nd Div. They both from the same region, and my grandfather, being from Meerut, were the GOC of the Volunteer Corps, which took place in Meerut, and they were the people given charge to handle that function, which was presided over by Acharya J.B. Kripalani, who was the then Congress President, along with Jawaharlal Nehru ji, Sardar Patel ji, and Sucheta Kripalani ji. So this flag was hoisted at the very famous Victoria Park grounds in Meerut, where this Congress session took place. And at the last day of that function, when this was taken down, it was signed by Jawaharlal Nehru and Shah Nawaz ji and handed over for safekeeping to my grandfather, who was a resident of that very city, the historic city of Meerut, from, like everybody knows, the first revolt for independence started. Since 1946, that time, this flag has been in our family, and by giving it to my grandfather, Jawaharlal Nehru ji at that time said that under this flag the forces have fought for freedom, and this is going to be our national flag. Later on, the very next year, on 22nd of July, coincidentally, that was the same day I landed here with this flag. It was taken in by the parliamentary promulgation that this will be the national flag, and instead of the charkha which we see, it was replaced by the chakra. And this has been in our house since then, never let out, never given out. It stayed in Meerut at our residence. Now this time, since my grandfather was with the INA and he was very close to Netaji, that's a picture of his along with Netaji there. This function was being organized in Pune, which was commemorating 3 major events: 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, then the 50th anniversary of the 1971 war, which was yesterday, and today the Kargil Divas. Now, since 3 major events were together, I was requested by the organizers here that if I could get the flag. I was very jittery about it, not to bring the flag out of the house. It is a valuable relic now. But then I flew with this flag to this, and I had goosebumps then and I have goosebumps now talking about it, that the first time this flag has left where it was flown from, that is the city of Meerut, and the only maiden visit it has made is to Maharashtra, to the city of Pune. So that is how I have been able to bring it here for these 3 days of display, because it coincided with the INA function, and since my grandfather was a very senior member of the Azad Hind Fauj, so I thought it is the right place for me to bring this flag. Yeah, that is a very pertinent question. See, we are no technicians and we have no ways how to preserve things over a set period of time. The only thing we knew was, I myself being a teacher and into science, that the least touched, the least troubled, the better it stays. It was always packed up. It was packed up, folded and sealed with silica gel capsules in it so as to avoid moisture. That was the only way we knew. After a couple of years, we used to take it out, put it in the sun. We have got a huge ground there. We put it in the sun, let it have sun bath for some time, repacked and kept that way. That is the only way. While bringing it here, I was told there are certain institutes here in Pune who do this conservation part. In fact, I'm dealing with them, I'm talking to them, they've given me their contacts as how they best can treat it, repair it and make it. They say that if it is properly treated, it can last for another 200 to 300 years more. And this is just a 76-year-old flag. So I'll be indebted to these people if it can be done, yes. No, not at all, not at all. We are not into it. We have never done it. Only once this preservation thing comes up, then maybe we may take a replica of it to some places, but I don't think we should be carrying it around too much, even after the conservation techniques have been applied to it, because after all, we can't afford to lose it. I tell you, even coming in plane, I had it all the time in my lap. I didn't put it anywhere. And I was full of jitters, just for the safety of this flag. So I don't think I'll be taking it around anywhere.